In this video, we'll look at how people can present all the information they get after they ask for surveys and how they present it in frequency tables. So in this video, we'll look at frequency tables. And a frequency table is a way of presenting all of the information that you have been given. So showing all of these statistics in a kind of an understandable way. Now I'll give you an example of a frequency table. Earlier on I took out my pencil case and I took all of the pens and highlighters that were in my pencil case and I took them out and I put them on the table. And I looked to see how many yellow pens or highlighters I had. And I had one and I had another. So I gave a little notch. Every time I came across a yellow highlighter or pen, I gave a little notch like that. So I had one and then I found another one. So there was two in total. Then I counted up my green pens and highlighters. I had a green pen, I had another green pen, and I had another green highlighter, and I actually had a second green highlighter. So in total, how many green pens or highlighters did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 4. Then I looked at all of the blue pens and highlighters that I had in my pencil case. I had a blue pen, I had another blue pen, I had another blue pen, I had another blue pen, I had 4 blue pens, I had a blue highlighter, and I had another blue highlighter. So how many blue highlighters is that? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6. And then I looked at all of the black things that I had in my pencil case. Now I didn't have any black highlighters. You don't have black highlighters. But I had a few black pens. I had a black pen. I had another black pen. I had another black pen. And I had another black pen. So in total, I had 4 black pens. Okay, now that's a frequency table. Now you might wonder, what was this all about? Okay, what are these little marks all about? This is called the tally box, and it's just a way of counting up as you're counting. It's just a nice way to keep track of what you've counted so you don't get mixed up. So it's important to always have a tally box. Now if you want to, you can try to do this with your pencil case. So you could draw this box and you could fill in those colors. So I'm just going to write this in black so that you can see it a little better. This is yellow here. I don't know whether you can see that all that well. And you can draw this box, but of course you wouldn't fill in what I filled in. I'm going to rub out what I filled in because this was for my pencil case. Okay, that's rubbed out on these numbers because you're going to have different numbers. And you can fill in those numbers. Now if you have other colors in your pencil case, you could put them in there as well. Maybe you have some pink. Maybe you could put another box at the end here, another box, and put in pink or whatever colors you have in your pencil case, and count up using a tally or however many's in there, the different colors, and then add it up at the end. How many yellow, how many green, how many blue, how many black. Maybe you don't have any yellow. Maybe there's no tally in here, so that would be 0. Okay, you can pause the video now, draw this box into your copy, and try and complete the tally. Okay, hopefully you did that. And let's move on because we're going to try a different type of frequency table. Now we're going to complete this frequency table on the types of films the people in your house prefer, including yourself. So this is another way of doing a frequency table. The only thing is you're going to have to ask some people. You're going to have to get the help of some people to do this. So I asked already the people in my house whether they preferred comedy films, action films, horror films, or thriller films. So I went around to the first person and I asked him what did he like, and he said he preferred action. So I put a little mark in the action box. Then I went to the next person and I asked what did she like, and she told me she liked horror. So I put a little dash in the horror box. And then I asked the next person and she said thriller. So I put a little box in the thriller box. a little mark in the thriller box. Then I went to my son and I asked him what did he like, and he said he liked action. Then I went to my wife and I asked her what she liked, and she said comedy. And then I went to the last person in the house, because it's very hard to get loads of people in houses these days, and she said she liked thriller. So then I added up all of these. So in comedy, how many people like comedy? Well, there's only one person that liked comedy. Action, how many people liked action? There's 2 people that liked action. Horror, how many people liked horror? 1 person. And thriller, how many people liked thriller? 2 people. So that was my frequency table done. Now, if you want, you can try and do that for the people that you live with in your house. So just take out what I've put in. This is my data. These are my statistics from my family in my house, not yours. You can do your own one for your own house. You can draw this box into your copy and fill in those words that are still on the screen, and then find the tally for comedy, find the tally for action, find the tally for horror, and find the tally for thriller. And when you've done that, you can add up the tally for comedy, add up the tally for action, add up the tally for horror, and add up the tally for thriller. Okay, you can do that now. Pause the video, please. Okay, I'd be interested to see what's the most popular film in your house. How would you know that? The most popular. Well, let's think about that now for a second. Let's say in your answer you had 3 for comedy, 4 for action. I know these are large numbers, but you're not going to have this many people in your house. 1 for horror, and nobody said thriller. Nobody. So there's 0 for thriller. Nobody likes thrillers. What's the most popular type of film in this box on the screen? It's action, isn't it? Because action is the biggest total. So action is the most popular film in your house. What's the least popular film or type of film in your house? Horror only has 1, but thriller has nobody prefers thriller. So thriller is the least popular. So now we see on this frequency table, this is why we do frequency tables, because the information is very clear to see for everyone. You can all understand in your house what is the most popular and least popular type of film. So we're able to make decisions on that information. So if we go to rent a film or to download a film or to watch a film on Netflix, we're not going to pick thriller because nobody prefers thriller. But we will try maybe and pick an action film because that's what everybody in the house, that's what most people in the house prefer. Okay, now let's take another type of frequency table. So let's look at this little chart here. We've got all of the goals that were scored in 20 Premier League matches over one weekend. So in one of the matches there were 4 goals scored. In another one of the matches there was only 1 goal scored. In another one of the matches there were 2 goals scored. In another match there was 3 goals scored. In another match there was 2 goals scored, etc., etc. They're all listed there. There were 20 matches, so there are 20 results. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. They're all there. Okay? Now, what do we have to do? Well, we have to use a frequency table to display this information. Okay? To display it in a clearer way. So, we have to fill in the amount of goals, the different amount of goals that were scored in the 20 games. So obviously the lowest number here that I can see here is 0. So I'm going to start off with 0. And then it goes up. So there's some games that had 1 goal scored. There were some games that had 2 goals scored. There were other games that had 3 goals, 4 goals. And I only need to go as far as 5 because I can see a 5 here, but there's nothing bigger than 5. So I don't need to go and have an extra, I don't need to do this. I don't need to have an extra box here with 6 in it because there were no games in which 6 goals or more were scored. So I don't put that in. So when I've done that now, the best way to do this, I want to do my tally. I want to see how many times, how many games there were no goals scored. So I get a highlighter. I'm going to get a yellow highlighter. And I'm going to highlight in my box up here all of the zeros. So I need to go through it very slowly. And I always start in the top left up here and I work my way across. I'm looking for zeros. I'm looking for zeros. When I get to the end, I go down and I work my way back. Oh, here's a 0. Okay, I'm going to highlight that. Just highlight, that's all. Keep going. Here's another one. Highlight that. And down and across. Always do it in order. And down and... oh, there's a 0. And go across. And here's another 0. Okay. Now I get my pen and I do my tally in my box for zeros. So I see one of them here. Cross it off. Put a line in. Another one here. Cross it off. Put a line in. Another one here. Cross it off. Put a line in. Another one here. Cross it off. Put a line in. Okay. That's my tally for zeros. Now I'm going to do ones. Same thing. Start up in the top left. Work your way across. Oh, I come to one very quickly. There's a 1. Keep going slowly down and back the other way. Oh, there's another one. Keep going down and across the other way. Down, back. There's another one. There's another one. Okay, they're the ones. Get my pen again and do my tally. 1. Okay, cross it off. Make a mark. Now, I'm going to do it in a different color because I don't want to get mixed up with the zeros. So cross it off, make a mark. 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 That's my tallies for ones. And I'm going to do the same now for 2s. What color will I pick? I'll pick this one. So where are my 2s? Here, 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 back again, down over this way, here, down across, down, that's it. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a little quicker way of doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I put in 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now my 3s. So I'm just going to circle my 3s. I've got 1, another one here, another one here, and another one here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'll do my 4s. And I'll do that in a different color. So I'll do that in kind of a bluey color. 4 start. Okay, we got one here. 1, 2, 3, and there's none else. Okay, so there are how many 4s? 1, 2, 3 4s. So I put in 1, 2, 3 marks in my tally box. And now, how many numbers are left? They're all gone. Did all those, did all those, did all those, did all those. Oh, we have one that we missed, and that's the 5. So we put a little mark in the 5 box. So we've highlighted all the different colors, different numbers in different colors, and we've done our tallies for each number, and now we just need to add the tallies together. So how many zeros were there? There were 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many 1s are there? There is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. How many 2s were there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. How many 3s were there? 1, 2, 3. Also 4. How many 4s were there? 1, 2, 3. 3. How many 5s were there? Just the 1. Okay, so that is the box of information, a big messy box of information that I was given, and I've tidied it all up now so that I can now see this information in a much clearer way. How many games had 5 goals scored? Just the 1. Oh, that type of thing. Okay, so we can see the information much clearer. Now I want you to try and do one, okay? So here's another weekend's worth of goals. So here are the goals that were scored over 20 matches in a different weekend. So there's all the goals. So you don't need to write that into your copy. But what you will need to take down into your copy is this part down here, okay? The frequency table. You need to draw that into your copy. And if you want, you can draw this in as well, but you can also just pause the screen and use it. And I want you to complete the frequency table the same way we did a moment ago. So pause the video now and then play when you're finished. Okay, how did you get on? Because here are the answers. Okay, there's our tally box. And there's our totals. So there were 5 for 0. Okay, well done if you did all that right.